Hey guys, it's Malekith. Welcome to part 19 of my Crusader Kings Let's Play. So, just a quick recap. Queen Celine has finally died, age 77, which for the 1200s is quite a feat, really, to survive that long. Let's have a look at the family tree. So, the primary heir died down here in Spain randomly. I don't think he was even fighting anyone, he just dropped dead for no apparent reason. Due to the succession, that then wipes out the rest of these, and it goes to his grandkids that he did have, but I'll get to them in a minute. The second son, as I said in the description of my past video, has been trying to contract every disease he could possibly think of. I think he's had typhoid, smallpox, there was a couple of others that popped up I think. The third guy, he got assassinated. Fourth one randomly died, and then you've got the youngest daughter who's just left as the Duchess of Ulster. So then we go to the new king, which is King Philip I of Ireland. His pretentious French moustache, which he seems to have shaved off a little bit at least. Now he has 3 children. The son, although not the oldest, is obviously the primary heir, but he is the only son, so if he should die, the daughters here will inherit. Unless he somehow has kids first, but he's got a bit of growing up to do as he's only 9. There are, however, some brothers, which is what's been going on recently. So if I switch to independent realms, actually, wrong one, diplomatic relations. There we go. So the brother that was in charge of Galloway up here, he rebelled, and we've suppressed him up here in Scotland. However, he did also end up with 2 bits of land down here in Spain, which we now have to go and take back off of him. The war's been going well. You can see down here we're at 57% war score, but it's not quite enough to force him to surrender just yet. And the only army he seems to have is these 24 troops doing absolutely nothing in my capital, as there's 465 defenders. We've got plenty of allies we can call to war. There's a bit of chance of vassals revolting due to the new king stepping in, but it's nothing as large as we've seen in previous instances, so I'll do a quick review of the various vassals. So she's negative. Main reasons being foreigner, doesn't like the level of tax, short reign being -14 is probably the biggest one in there. Desmond's happy. This is the guy that was revolting all the time, so I wasn't expecting him to be overly happy, but it's mainly just the short reign again. Chucked in with some other stuff to do with traits. -6, that'll easily come up. +17. -11, that's mine. -1. -16, which again, -14 of that's for being short reign. -19, same again. So let's get down here and deal with these rebels before somebody else comes down and does it for us. So I'm going to merge the armies and then try and split out a smaller one to sit here as a holding army just in case. So that one should do. So then these guys are going to need boats. So time to raise some ships. There, that should be enough. We'll send them both there. Let's get this going. So we're moving closer. There we go. And then they can embark. And we'll send these guys down here. The other thing that is going on is we were planning a Grand Tournament to sort of honour this guy coming into power, but due to this rebellion, I think it's been postponed at the moment. So hopefully that will kick off again once we kick these guys, who are only at war with us, so we don't have to worry about other people like swiping in to steal the provinces. So he shouldn't have many troops down here, I don't think. No, see, there's none at all. So it's just going to be a siege here, so I'll accelerate the time. Is this daughter has contracted measles? Peasants have revolted in Ulster. Okay, so which ones are ours? Problem is a lot of these troops are going to be called up elsewhere to fight. So I may have issues here. Who's left? Nowhere near enough. Okay. Let's go for a change of plan. Point. That's a no, dismiss them. I'm going to hire a small unit of mercenaries to firstly deal with these guys, and then I'll march them down and we can go on a bit of a conquering rampage maybe. As I have plenty of money. So that's the rebels dealt with. Just check up on these guys. Yep, they're happy. The boats. We'll chase around this tiny army and slaughter it now, hopefully. Never been a shortage of soldiers, so just got a bonus to levy reinforcement rate. That's that small army wiped out. Nope, that wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted boats. So let's get these fleets up here. And get these guys on board. We'll march them to go attack the other province. So there's the first siege down. So the war score's gone up to 70% now. I'm going to force him all the way to 100, just so that he's got absolutely no argument at all on surrendering entirely. So these ones should fall fairly quick now as the main castle's fallen. Here comes his peace offer, but I'm going to keep going. Yep, my bishop died aged 35, so we need to replace him now. So, new court chaplain. We'll go with this guy. And I don't know, he can research some cultural tech down here somewhere. I think what I may do is improve the castles down here with some of my cash, so that I've got a reasonable province down here. So let's improve the walls on that one. And I don't own that one, so I'm not really too interested in upgrading that. I had to give that up to get this number down, I think, but so that's all three of those captured now, so he's at 100%. Enforced demands. So he loses 200 prestige, we gain 50, and he's imprisoned. So So his main reasons of contention were he wants to be King of Castile, which he's never going to get. So off he goes. Drop the speed down. So what have we got here? New important decisions are available. So we can hold the Grand Tournament now, which we will do. And vassals might revolt. The Duke of Meath is the other one. So why is he so unhappy? He wants control of the county of Kildare, which is currently owned by my niece. So tough. Oh, while we're at it, I think I will strip this province from him. Actually no, I'll strip this edge one, because then I can keep control of him. So, revoke title. Oh, I can take the dukedom off him. Which is that one. One thing I will show is, as much as I'd like to banish him, it would upset absolutely everybody else by 40. You're in fact better off executing him, because then you only go down -10. But I'll just take his title off him. So I'll take the dukedom off him, and I think I'll give it to her instead, so she can try and keep control of him a bit. So that's that one there. So that's at least one extremely loyal vassal I don't have to worry about. So this is the main army from back here, so if I dismiss these guys now, they should all return home, which means I'll have access to them should this revolt happen. And then the mercs down here can keep control of things. So Burgundy seem to be giving a kicking to these guys. Although he does seem to have a reasonably large army there. Let's see if there's any holy orders available. No, they're not available, and I couldn't afford them anyway just yet. So we'll have to wait a little bit. What's this then? The day the earth shook. People screamed, buildings cracked. Foul-smelling air swept over the village. Apparently torches burned bright green for several hours. Apparently there's a giant crack in the ground, so quite clearly an earthquake. And a peasant wants me to come inspect it. So I can tell him no. In which case Ireland gets a flaming gap, which is monthly piety of -0.2 and general opinion of -2. Or he can show me the way, in which case we still get monthly piety of -0.2 and general opinion of -2, but then this extra effect called the Gate of Hell, which I'm not entirely sure what it is. So that's the interesting one to click. Here we go. So it's basically lava and gas coming out of the ground, and they haven't got a clue what's going on. So I can either say it's just a hole in the ground, lose some opinion, lose some piety, and get the peasants are upset, giving a +3% of revolt risk, or I can go have a closer look, which still gives me some negative opinion and some monthly piety bonus, like negatives. But there's going to be another one of these events called the Gate and its Tortured Souls, so you might as well continue having a look at it. So it's implying the crack in the ground goes to hell and there's screaming and stuff. So apparently he was about to fall into the pit and the farmer grabbed him and pulled him away. So I can say it's just a hole, right? Get some more negative opinion and some more negative piety. Or get another event on trying to close the gap. So we'll try that one. Here we go. He gave the wisest men and women of his court 3 days to come up with a solution on how to close the gap. Within 3 days they came up with different solutions. Apparently we can give it an exorcism, which will be performed by a priest. Feed it cattle, because then the demon living in there will be happy. Try filling it with stones, because he's theorising it can't be bottomless. Or I can throw the daughter into there. I think I'll go with the scientific response and try filling it with stones. The event's imaginatively called Rolling Stones. Basically they're getting upset with apparently the screams coming out of the pit. What's this? Okay, there's a different event, I'll get to that in a second. So I can tell them to keep shoveling, and there's a 90% chance it might work, and there's a 10% chance it might not work. Or I can say this is an impossible task, and go back to the list of options I would imagine. So I'm going to go with keep shoveling. And this one is about, it's time for the tournament to start, so we'll just click that. So here we go. The gap is closed. So I now get +5 to prestige, +5 to martial, and +4 to general opinion. So that was a nice little event. I've not seen that before. So what do we have here? I can still press a ducal claim on this kingdom here. I think if they ever get down to that's their last province, I might well do that, because they've got a huge rebel contingent sieging that one. They're under attack over here from this Muslim province, which I believe someone told me was called Sevilla. I may have said that wrong, but I'm sure they'll tell me if I have. And then they've just got this last province on the ocean there. So what's going on here? The marshal reckons he can improve military technology, but he wants 11 gold, so I'll just give him that. So my brother's been crowned the winner of the Grand Tournament. And his opinion of me increases by 20. And just this random guy got him second place. And now the tournament's over, and everybody gets +10, which is what I was hoping for. Measles has broken out in Galloway. Right, let's have a look at my vassal's opinion. So we've got a few down the bottom that aren't happy. And in the court, there's only one who's unhappy, and that's obviously the guy in jail. Where's Soria? Ah, there. Okay, so I have claims on 2 provinces that are part of the Irish Empire already anyway. So I need to wait a little bit until my piety goes up. But my cousin's complaining he's in a dark cell, so I'm going to throw him in a deeper hole. More disease. This is the priest complaining that they don't want fish sold in their squares. I'm going to go with I agree because I want the piety and this guy's nearly at 0 opinion of me anyway. So if we have a look, a holy order is 157 and I've only got 128 at the moment. So if in case anyone was wondering, that's what I'm waiting for. So the bishop's tried to encourage me to stop risking my life, although I don't believe I'm doing anything to risk my life, as I think he's just sat back here in the castle. What's this? The Ulster War for Magnus's claim on Carrick has ended. The Duke of Ulster won. Interesting. My kinsman has managed to snag Carrick off of them. So I could send him an offer to be a vassal, but I'm not his de jure liege. I'm a foreign culture. It's the de jure liege, I think, that's bugging him the most. Well, not bugging him the most, but if I could win that over, I would get him. But it's too much effort to try and deal with the other part of Scotland, as my chancellors seem terrible at getting claims on anything. Here we go. Apparently my steward might have been stealing money, so let's question him. He reckons he's innocent, and apparently the cook was doing it. So now I know I can trust the steward. And as you can see here, Leon just lost a huge chunk of land. So, is that their army? No, that's Portugal. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. Never mind. So I'm going to press my claim on these guys now, I think. Apparently I have levies raised. Where are they? Ah, up there. Dismiss. Go away. So a lot of guys have been asking questions about what happens when they declare war and they win and then they don't end up getting the province, or it goes somewhere else. So this is a very good example. You can see it's a ducal claim on this province. However, it's a ducal claim by this duchess, not by me. So if you look very carefully in the text here, it says if we win the war, the duchess's opinion will go up, I gain prestige, and she gains the county. So people need to make sure they read these, there's blocks of text that say what's going to happen in each case very carefully, as the devil's really in the detail with this game in a lot of things, especially when people are declaring peace. They may try and declare peace earlier and try and stay as the owner of the province, so you need to make sure you read the little small print. But we're still going to go to war, because she's my niece, and it means we gain this little bit of territory. I'm not entirely sure who my allies are. Oh, the Earl Magnus of Carrick, so that one little province up there. I somehow don't think I'll bother calling him to war. And however going to siege the crap out of this place. Ah, somebody, my brother, is seeking to kill the king. Okay, intrigue, known plots. You. Can I imprison him? Yep, since we have evidence he's the leader of the plot. So he is... It doesn't look like he's actually got any provinces. No, he's Chancellor and Regent. So I'm going to imprison him. But he managed to avoid it. And he can go hide somewhere. So this is somebody saying they're going to be a better spy master than my wife. Which they are, because in fact she's terrible and I have no idea how she's spy master to start with. Do I not have anyone better than her? Yeah, I have someone considerably better. Interesting. So he's deceitful. What's this guy? I think I might take this guy because he actually wants to become spy master, so this opinion number should go up significantly. Yeah, 61. I'd much rather have a happy spy master than one that's 1 point better. So, continue the siege. So, this guy is busy spreading disease in his own province, it seems. So, the Teutonic Order's got another province. Peasants have revolted. There's a lot of them as well. But these provinces do seem to kick up some huge armies. Look at that lot. I think we found the reason the Muslims down here can get such huge armies together is just this land. We can dismiss this guy. Yeah. Okay, so a child lacks a guardian. Let's sort this one out. Get that person there. Right, what's this? So, apparently he's only just realised he's falling in love with his wife. Never mind. Teutonic Order's got another province. Just defeated the garrison. So let's take a close look at his peace offer. So the Duchess would gain the county, I'd gain prestige, and the Duchess's opinion of me would go up, so that's effectively we win. So we will accept that. Now, I'm tempted to try and wipe these guys out, but at the same time I'm thinking these guys are getting rather large. I can't really decide which one to go for. I mean, these guys do have all of this land to back them up with armies, and I have seen some monstrous armies come out of there. But either way, I want to wait till I've got a holy army to march around with. person who I just set as the Guardians dropped dead. Let's give it to another old woman, they'll probably do the same shortly. Nothing like scarring her for life. Apparently the chaplain doesn't like me having pride. Alright, here we go. I should be able to hire a holy order if there's one available now. Which there's not, as France has all three of them. So there's another crusade. So there's a bard arrived. I think we'll just let him stay, keep people happy. Ah, this province here seems to have gained independence from this one down here, who seems to be dealing with the French in a significant way. Lots of their provinces are under siege by the French. So this could be a good time to try and swipe some prime land off of these guys. But I would need some more troops. What have we got available? Let's bring down Cuthbert of Suffolk. As well as all of my own troops. Oh no, wait, I'm going to need to dismiss those. Let's slow this right down. So this guy, declare war. If we declare for there, that's the bottom ones. If we declare for there, that's the top ones. So we should get all three of these. So we're going to send for that. And now I'm going to raise all my troops. Group them up there. These guys can all march this way. So I need about 60 ships, I think it is. So that should be enough boats. Okay. Come on, boats. What's going on down here? They're just standing around, that's good. So, yep. Group these up. Dock the boats. Embark. Sail. They can all march off there. Now then, let's split these out again. So I want the mercenaries to go on their own. Just like I want the... I'll just split this out again. The Breton band. They can go on their own as well. And then the Irish army can meet up. And these boats can disband. realise I'm starting to reach the end of my time limit, but I'm going to run this one longer as it's just about to get interesting. We've got a battle in here, which we're winning quite comfortably. Pause that. So we've captured their emir. The Duke of Burgundy's captured one of these castles, but if we can capture the other three... Actually, because we captured his emir, I think he's ready to surrender already. So if we enforce the demands, gain all unoccupied or captured holdings owned by that guy in Toledo. So none of them are occupied, so we'll do that. Instant expansion. That was an awesome fight from these mercenaries capturing that guy. Should allow me to go with plan B in us, but I will wait until the next episode before I go revealing that one. I will, however, go through and create all these vassals in here so they can get themselves working. Duke of Burgundy is still claiming that one because it was occupied. Kind of makes sense, I guess. It's going to be a bit odd, but so step one, where's that religious guy? Head local inquisition in there. One title can be usurped. But I can't do it at the moment because he's at war. Maybe? I believe that's why I can't quite usurp it, as I do own all the provinces. Other than that, it's just saying my land's too big. So what I'll do is give that to the son here, so he can have this. And Molina. So H15, he's got 2 bits of land in the middle of Spain. It's not bad for his pocket money. And with that, I'm going to call this episode to an end. So, as King Philip's started making his mark on Spain already, and he's got most of Ireland under control with terms of rebellions. So, the Guinness army will be in full swing in episode 20.